Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like a stranger? You're doing what you're supposed to do, working hard, posting smiles, but deep inside, something feels off. I'm Eric. In this video, we're not just talking about ancient wisdom. We're unlocking a mirror to your inner life. Because knowing yourself isn't optional. It's essential. This is a journey inward. Not for everyone, but maybe it's for you. It's like living in a house you've never really explored. And about 2,500 years ago, one man handed us the key to that house. He said just 3 words. Know thyself. That man was Socrates, the father of Western philosophy. But what most people don't realize is, his wisdom aligns powerfully with what psychology tells us about human behavior today. Who was Socrates? Socrates wasn't a king or a priest. He wasn't rich or formally educated. He simply walked through ancient Athens, asking uncomfortable questions no one dared to ask. He'd stop politicians, craftsmen, artists, and simply ask, do you know who you really are? Not your job, not your reputation, but the real you. What he was doing was triggering what psychologists now call self-awareness, the ability to look within and observe your thoughts, emotions, and motivations. Many laughed at him. Some were offended, but some were transformed. That's when he said his most famous line, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Because if you never stop to examine yourself, how will you ever know what truly matters to you? The meaning of know thyself. Know thyself isn't just poetic. It's one of the earliest calls to inner exploration. And in psychology, it connects directly to the concept of introspective clarity, becoming aware of your patterns, your pain, and your potential. It means asking questions like, why do I chase things that don't fulfill me? Why do I fear being alone? Who am I when no one's watching? Socrates believed every soul carries truth, but most people never listen. Psychologists echo this today. We spend years studying math, science, and history, but we have almost no time to study by ourselves. And that's why so many people feel lost, even when everything seems fine. Real-life psychological reflection. Let me tell you a story. A man had it all. 6-figure job, beautiful home, luxury lifestyle. But every morning he woke up feeling hollow. Finally, he unplugged from everything. No phone, no distractions, just him. And a journal. What happened next? He faced emotions he had buried for years. He realized he wasn't living his dream. He was living someone else's expectation. From a psychological lens, this is called identity dissonance. When your outer life contradicts your inner truth. He left the corporate world, became a teacher, earned less, lived more. And for the first time, he felt alive. Because now, he wasn't chasing identity. He had found it. Why most people avoid self-knowledge. Here's the hard part. Knowing yourself is scary. It means facing your shadows, your regrets, your real story. Socrates knew that. And so do modern psychologists. That's why many of us choose noise over silence. We stay busy instead of being still. We scroll instead of sitting with our emotions. This behavior is tied to emotional avoidance, a psychological defense to keep us from confronting inner pain. But Socrates challenged that. He said, to find yourself, think for yourself, not for the crowd, not for your parents, for you. And psychology agrees. True healing starts when you stop pretending and start reflecting. How to start knowing yourself. Where do you begin? Journal. Write what you feel, what you hide, what you want. Not for the world, for you. Ask hard questions. What am I running from? What gives me peace? Am I living by fear or purpose? Practice stillness. 10 minutes a day. No phone, no talking. Just silence. Psychologists call this metacognition. Thinking about your thoughts. Socrates was doing it 2,500 years ago. Without the term. Watch your patterns. We repeat what we don't reflect on. Because when you become aware of your habits, you regain control of your life. Emotional takeaway. Here's the truth. You're not your job, not your social media feed, not your failures or fame. You are a soul with a voice, a light, a truth. And if you don't know that truth, you'll chase everything that isn't real. Socrates didn't just ask questions to be clever. He did it to wake us up. He knew what psychology tells us today. You cannot heal what you do not see, and you cannot grow unless you reflect. So today, don't run from your reflection. Sit with it. Ask it, who are you really? Because maybe, just maybe, that question is the beginning of the life you were always meant to live. If this message stirred something inside you, that's your soul knocking. Answer it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's grow together.